Well, just weeks ago, Hillary Clinton was promising to take money out of politics. Remember this?
To start breaking down the divisions that have paralyzed our politics, and we have to get rid of the unaccountable money that is flooding into our political system, even if it takes a constitutional amendment.
But now the 2016 Democratic candidate is reportedly meeting with potential super PAC donors. So after the flip-flop, will voters still trust Hillary? Here to debate it this morning is our political panel, Democratic strategist Jessica Tarloff, pollster Lee Carter, and founder of the Political Prospect, Kayleigh McEnany. Nice to see you all this morning. Welcome to the show. You know, critics are saying, look, she's being hypocritical here, Jessica. I mean,
well, they say that about Hillary no matter what she's doing.
But aligning herself with Wall Street over the years, of course, she's gotten a lot of money from Wall Street, and then all going out in front of the American people saying that money is unaccountable. We've got to stop this.
She won't be able to compete if she doesn't do this. I mean, just because someone advocates for a certain policy, if the times are that it can't be in an ideal world, right now. This is the way it works. The Republicans are going to be fundraising like that. Jeb Bush is set to raise $100 million in May alone. What is she supposed to do? Go out like Bernie Sanders and say, I'm not going to use PACs? And
she's supposed to do what Obama did. Obama did not embrace a super PAC until 10 months before the election. Obama never went to a donor meeting, never went to a fundraising meeting.
He sent Biden.
It's entirely different.
That is Obama.
He did it in a very authentic way. Hillary Clinton, this reeks
Well, I appreciate you calling Obama authentic. I don't hear that much.
But Lee, does Hillary have trustworthy problem? Take a look at the new Wall Street Journal NBC News poll, and there folks are saying Hillary Clinton simply isn't honest. Take a look at this. April 2015, 25%, down from June of 38%. So it's plummeted over the past year.
It has plummeted, and she has taken a big risk. She has gone out there and said, my message is going to be, I'm going to be the champion of everyday Americans. That's what she's out there. All of these actions are in direct contradiction with saying I'm a fighter for everyday Americans, which makes it even worse. So she's setting herself up to be not trusted, because if you're going to go out there and put that stake in the ground and then you're going to go out and meet with super PACs, it's in direct contradiction. She can't do it.
But Kayleigh, isn't it, I mean, does she have anything right now to be tarnished by? That is to say, Charles Krauthammer has said repeatedly, very little is going to stick to her. When we were talking about Benghazi last year, that it really doesn't, for her, she's already been battle tested, and most Americans know all about her. What more can we say?
Sure, but I think that these scandals are a little bit different. So the Clinton Foundation, she is being immersed in big money. This is someone who is apparently calls herself a champion of the people. She understands the everyday American, and yet she's schmoozing and giving quid pro quo favors to big business.
That has not been proven. There is no evidence. Peter Schweitzer has said there is no evidence that anything illegal happened.
There's an abundance of circumstantial evidence that she gave quid pro quo favors to big CEOs in exchange for lucrative contracts.
I mean,
the thing is, we have to understand our symbols, and her symbols are surrounded by big money at the same time as she's on this tour earning the votes of everyday Americans, and they're in contradiction with each other. What is real almost doesn't matter to the American people. What is their truth and what they're seeing her do is really important.
But how do you account for the fact that in Iowa, she's still up? I mean, over 70% of people now say she's honest and trustworthy. It dipped last month, but it went right back up. I mean,
and of course, this all comes in the face of Republican challengers right now, and she doesn't have anyone to go up against, where the Republican field, talking about walking contradictions right now, we've got a lot of different positions right now in the Republican Party, and now news that Lindsey Graham, Senator Lindsey Graham, is set to join this growing list of GOP contenders. Is the big party, the big platform right now, the big field going to hurt Republicans, Kayleigh?
Not at all. I think that it shows a multiplicity of very popular viewpoints. We have libertarian viewpoints, we have social conservatives viewpoints, we have a ton of different viewpoints that I think are going to come out during the primary and give the American voters choices, versus the Clinton coronation. There's one, possibly two candidates, and you know, I like the contrast.
But Jessica, the argument, of course, is that you have to move to the right, placate the base, and then shift back towards the center during the general election. We saw what it did to Mitt Romney.
Right.
Is it going to be a problem this time around?
I think, yeah. I mean, there's going to be a problem when you have, I think it's 17 GOP candidates. They're possibly going to be up there. I mean, we can't even fit them on one stage. They're talking about having risers at debates, or how do you cut people out? I mean, moving back to the center is always going to be an issue, and moving right is going to be an issue for a lot of these candidates. We've seen that already with Jeb Bush, that he doesn't want to go as far as the base may demand from him. So, I mean, it's a difficult line to toe, and I totally agree with Kayleigh. I mean, I wish there was more on the Democrat side.
Well, and Lee, I think this is really great for Republicans, in my opinion. We've got a lot of different opinions out there right now. Foreign policy, immigration, national security, Patriot Act, NSA. There's a bevy of different opinions about this. Will we have an honest debate?
I hope so. I mean, I think right now having this many candidates really gives us an opportunity to kick the tires, see who we want to run, and it allows for people not to have to go totally right. It allows for different opinions, and I think it's great. If we had 2 or 3 candidates, we'd end up in a death match and we'd kill each other before we even got to the general election.
Steel
This
cage
is good.
match.
Yes.
Steel cage, WWE style. I like that.
Bushwalker style.
Betty, it's great to see you this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.